One of the common problems that I often see when people perform the rear foot elevated split squat, that's with your foot up on a bench, some people call that a Bulgarian split squat, is that their height doesn't necessarily match the standard height of a standard bench. So I'm not a very tall guy, I'm only 5'6", barely 5'6", and I might be working out with a basketball player from the NBA who's 6'6" or somewhere around there. Well, the same bench height can't apply to both of us because we have different limb lengths. Shorter individuals, when they have to lift their leg up higher, or if I'm not that flexible, that may force me into more anterior pelvic tilt just to start the exercise. And the further I go down into the movement, the more stretch it puts in my hip flexors and quads, the more it actually may put me into anterior pelvic tilt, and that could cause some lumbar compression. So here at Performance U, I like to be able to adjust the height, if I can, of the apparatus that I'm using to elevate the rear foot. I always go to a lower rear foot. The lower rear foot tends to keep us a little more upright. One of the tools I really love to use in order to do that is the Sorinex single leg squat stand. You can get this from my friends at Sorinex.com. These guys make some of the best equipment. It's very solutions based, just like I'm very solutions based when it comes to training. So there's two really cool features to this squat stand. You can adjust the height of the roller, and the fact that you have a roller which fits the contour of your foot much better than a bench which is flat, so you don't know whether to get your toe up or toe flat. It's kind of awkward regardless of what you go, because it's not really what a bench was designed for. So if I want a taller position, all I do is I pull the pins out, and I basically had to anchor the stand, pull the pins out. I can lift this as high as I want it, right? So for a taller athlete, or if I'm just doing a good old-fashioned quad stretch, I can put it much higher up. Or if I want to get my athlete to lean more forward to get the glutes. So if I want to get them to lean forward to do more of a deadlift, something like that, and really get the posterior chain, this would be on my left side, then I'd put it up higher. But for someone who's shorter like me, or an average height person, sometimes the bench is too high. So what I would do here, anchor the stand, I'm going to take it all the way down to the bottom position, or close to the bottom position. And now look what happens when I elevate my leg. It doesn't put me into that heavy anterior pelvic tilt and put a lot of stress in my lower back just to stay upright. Plus, as I drop down, it follows the contour of my ankle. So I never have to worry about toe up or toe down like they are on a bench. It makes the exercise a lot more comfortable for me. Plus, look at that roller. The roller, not only is it round, but it rolls. So as my ankle rotates, as I go deeper in the movement, the roller goes with me. So it doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. You may go, oh, well, you got to try this thing. If you get a chance, it's going to make your rear foot elevated split squats or Bulgarian split squats a lot more comfortable. So check this out at Sorinex.com. You don't have to have it. It's not a need to have. It's a nice to have. We're lucky enough to have it here at Performance U, and I really appreciate the guys at Sorinex for sending it to us. It's definitely a product I highly recommend for single leg training.